Welcome into my space. It's July and we're even coming towards the end of July. Crazy stuff. We have passed the halfway point of the green project. Like, isn't that just crazy? It's crazy, right? It's not just me. I guess in celebration of that, I wanted to make a video. My room is a tip. It's an absolute tip. And it's one of the things that I guess I'm gonna get into. But in essence, screaming kids. Don't mind them, let them enjoy themselves. So here's my intro. Welcome to a new episode of The Green Project. If it's your first time here, welcome. I have dedicated my whole year to the color green and my year is green themed. I'm wearing green every single day of the year and I'm documenting my life with the color green on YouTube. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. I've got this mirror here. And essentially what I wanted to do was a little bit of a get ready with me, but I'm not going anywhere. The only place I'm actually going to end up going is the shower. So yeah, I'm on my way to the shower. That's where I'm gonna go after this. I'm gonna go and take a shower after this. So it's not serious. It just gives me kind of something to do and I guess something for you to watch whilst I chat. Expectation versus reality. One of the things I kind of expected was that my content would be a lot more curated. I expected my content to be a lot more aesthetically pleasing, very pretty, very green. Turns out this is where I found out one of the lacks or a skill I didn't really have, which was like graphic design. See, I designed like a couple of single covers before. I didn't really know how to make something aesthetically pleasing. And some ways I didn't entirely care to either. Like if you look at a lot of my early thumbnails, you'll see like I put a lot of effort into them and I can still put effort into my thumbnails even now. I think what I found is like maintaining consistency ended up being more important to me than aesthetic for the sake of a project. And that's one of the praises, one of the great things is just has been consistency, just continuously creating throughout the whole entire year. I was expecting to be able to get away with spending the whole entire year just making content on CapCut. That didn't work out for me. CapCut increased their prices. I could no longer afford it and it no longer made sense. So for the past few videos now, I've been editing using DaVinci Resolve as my main editor. I also use InShot. I always used that. I had InShot, like the full version on my Samsung. But when I switched over to my iPhone for making content, I couldn't transfer that membership. So that's when I started using CapCut. But the free version of InShot is still very good. So that's what I'm now using when I'm making like my short form content. But otherwise, I've been using DaVinci Resolve. I never expected that I could use big boy tech like that so quickly. But here we are. Here we are. I'm not trying to do a whole influencer thing out here, but I guess this is from Neutrogena. It's a Hydro Boost Cleanser. Gelée milk. I don't know how you pronounce that. And I usually use it to hydrate my face. The thing is, I've run out of most of my skincare products and I'm not in the best financial place right now, so I can't really be splurging on things like skincare. So I've not really been doing skincare recently. Another expectation is that I expected a certain like format and a certain type of consistency. Like I planned out my content in the beginning of the Green Project. I knew what I wanted to do even like well into the year. In reality, a lot of those ideas I just didn't do because I felt like I couldn't develop them into something interesting. Also, like a lot of different things happened in this year. I encountered a lot of instability in my personal life. And so sticking to just creating consistently was hard enough as it is. But like doing all the excursions that I thought I was gonna end up doing, I just didn't have the time for it. I didn't have the finances to do it and I didn't have the capacity to do it. So whilst I would say the Green Project really hasn't looked as majestic as I kind of envisioned it, what it has really shown is like resilience, perseverance, and consistency despite the odds. Because as blessed as this year has been, honestly, internally, I have a lot of joy and a lot of peace, and I'm happy. Like externally, like the circumstances, it's been one of the most difficult years of my life. Yeah, shout out to frïzz, man. Shout out to her. This primer is from Il Maquillage, Il Maquillage, the viral one. I decided to try it out. This was back when I thought I was going to do a lot of different like makeup stuff for the green project, which I haven't gotten around to doing any of this. But guys, this year is not gonna end without that. We still have 6 months to go, or 5, because July. But anyway, the year is not gonna end without a lot of like, I had a lot of ideas in the beginning of the year, that the stuff I wanted to do that I just haven't done. And I think in reality, there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do that I may not be able to do just because of my current circumstance. But yeah, I've been suffering from burnout, from all different kinds of things, and I still showed up, so I'm proud of myself. But yeah, there's some things I haven't done that I still really, really like to do. Which brings me on to my next point. Money. Hey, where's my brush? There it is. I really was expecting to be a lot more liquid this year than I was. I wasn't expecting to face unemployment. I wasn't expecting that at all. At least not for the amount of time. This is not like me, guys. I'm a worker bee. Il Maquillage again. I got a whole packet. It had like the primer, the foundation, and the concealer. Fun fact, my birthday this year is the first time I wore like a full face of makeup since like 2000 and what, 21, 22? I don't know, like uni days. What was I going to say next? I faced unemployment, and so I didn't end up having the money I thought I was gonna have. I did not have the money I thought I was going to have. So, and by the money I thought I was gonna have, I just thought like enough to live, you know? The Vinted haul that we've all seen is pretty much like the last time I bought any green clothes. Anyway, it's been tough. It's been tough. Like even clothing wise, I'm wearing green every single day, but my outfits are quite boring. I don't have much. But even like, for example, I've been wanting to like make green foods and stuff like that, and I've been wanting to do it using like matcha, but I've just not been able to afford matcha. I cannot buy matcha. Like it's actually quite expensive, and I was avoiding food coloring, but recently I just bought green food coloring. I just bought it because I was like, listen, the year is not going to finish without me making a green something just because I'm avoiding food coloring. I have made some green stuff, to be honest, that I haven't even videoed. Like I've not shared my green carbonara on YouTube, for example. That's something I could do. But I've always like made a green carbonara even before the green project. I made an awesome pizza the other day, which was delicious. I want to make it with a green dough. That's my next thing. But yeah, like recently I actually did a lot of research on TikTok. That's a very Gen Z thing to say, right? Doing research on TikTok. But anyway, I did research on TikTok and I found a lot of cool recipes of like green things that I'd really like to try. But again, at the moment, I'm dependent on others to shop for groceries. So I don't really want to have like my family buy me a bunch of stuff that I may not even end up cooking because I've been struggling a little bit with executive functions. It's like, this is what I decided to do in my head, and then like the way I've planned my week and just the energy levels I end up having, I just end up not doing those things. But you know what it is though, where I came out of like extreme burnout, like restoring my life after coming out of that burnout has been a bit of a work. So I've not necessarily completed that work of restoration, and that needs to happen. I need to restore my life. Now that I've come out of burnout, I need to get back to routine, but I don't have a job. And that's fine. There still are some things in my life that I do on a consistent basis, like going to church and certain church events, creating. People often talk about burnout, but it's rare that you hear people talking about like the recovery after burnout. It takes a bit of time to get back on your feet in terms of like you feel a lot better. You go and do something and you feel completely exhausted afterwards. Whereas before you didn't have any energy to do anything. I have energy to do things now, but it's like after doing anything, I feel exhausted, or maybe I get too excited and extend myself immediately, and I don't know what's going on, but in Jesus' name, order has found me. That's what I'm going to be declaring over myself. Order has found me. Now, as you may see, my face is not the same color as my neck, and I think that's for a couple of reasons. One, it's summer and the sun has been shining. I think that I may have tanned. You see, it's the same color here, but not as my neck. But secondly, yeah, my skincare has not been doing what it has needed to be doing. Exfoliation, moisturizing, all of that over, like, I'm not just talking about my face, like my body has not been the best after coming out of a season of burnout, and then also like not having access to the products that I've had. Like, I'm living on the bare minimum, for real. Like, I've got soap. Also, since I felt like inspired by, like, I don't know, I felt inspired. I felt like the Lord inspired me to do this, because it was whilst I was praying that I actually got inspired to do the green project. I guess I expected a little bit more like biblical insight, but I guess the Holy Spirit inspired me in the green project in a different way. Recently, for example, I heard it said that we were given, like, creativity was placed inside of us in the beginning when God created man and woman. Like, creativity was one of those things that was given to us in the beginning. And so I felt like I saw the Lord move through me by kind of like, I guess, revealing what I was capable of doing, like the potential that I had. He showed me how much more I could rely and depend on him in creativity, and how much more my creativity would essentially take flight if I depended on him more. And I guess the last thing I expected was, I don't know, more interest. Not to say that there hasn't been. I've gained, you know, some new subscribers, people that I don't know, some new followers, people that I don't know. But at this stage, I think I expected for me to have done a bit better. And that's not necessarily from a place of disappointment, more than it is like, okay, assessment, let's say. But I can't say that it's completely unexpected, because it's not like I've been strategic. It's not like I've been strategic about what I've been doing or anything like that. I've just kind of I've been going with the flow, because I had to. I had to go with the flow to ensure that I kept on creating and that I didn't give up. But I think, you know what, in the green project, you know what I feel like the first 6 months of the green project has given? It's given, oh, that's crazy, because this is just coming back to mind, but I think I actually wrote about this in my notes. Yeah, the green word of the day or the week is dormancy. And in light of 6 months, I felt like it would be good to address this, because a dormant plant is not a stunted plant. It is not a dead plant. It is a surviving plant that will bloom again when the spring comes. And I feel like the first 6 months of the green project has been dormancy. It has felt like the Ephesians 6 call to stand in the evil day, you know? It has been me showing up every single day to stand and to remain, even if it's not necessarily been, it hasn't always looked like growth. Green fashion, green fashion, green fashion, green fashion, green fashion, green fashion. Hi Liz. I really like your outfit. So, could you tell me, where is the jacket from?
My jacket is from ASOS.
Okay.
Old, yeah.
And the earring?
She in, girl.
And the scrunchie?
Oh, this is a gift from my friend Tachi. Yeah.
Bless the friend. Bless the friend. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay. So my phone died. No, it didn't die. storage was full, which I kind of expected, but I'm a bit annoyed about because we progressed a little bit in my story. So now I've got to go back. I think we've been in survival mode, and I think we've done a decent job at surviving. And whilst the Green Project has definitely not been everything I thought it was going to be, I've really grown to trust God a lot. I have a lot more joy in this year than I've ever had, even though this has been easily one of the hardest years in my life. The Green Project has been the one consistent thing throughout this whole year, and I appreciate the Lord for putting this on my heart. I've learned how to stand, how to remain, I guess. And like what rest looks like, what dormancy even looks like, has changed for me because I've rested as a tree. I'm still a functional tree. I've not withered, I'm not destroyed, I'm still a tree. Just not bearing all the fruit that I want to in this season, but spring is on its way, guys. Spring is on its way for me. Don't let anybody lie to you. Spring is on its way for me. I feel like I've done a little bit more of my makeup since we last saw each other. I don't know if you saw me doing my concealer or the attempt at contour. Oh, there it is. Found it. So I'm going to do another continued contour attempt just so that you and I can be here together for it for sure. A dormant plant is still a green plant. Just because you can't see its leaves doesn't mean that it won't bear those leaves again. That it won't bear fruit again. It just has to do what it has to do to survive. It's not wise in that season to have all those leaves. It's not wise for birds to necessarily nest in that tree. They're gonna migrate and find somewhere else. But if a tree stands, if it remains, it will bloom, and the birds will come and nest in it again. And so, yeah, I believe my time of bloom is on its way, because I have stood, I have remained. Yeah, we've had our winter. Come on, spring, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on. Bring it right on. Bring it right on. Yeah. And so I'm very excited for spring. I'm very excited for summer. Not literally, figuratively, in terms of our story and the remaining half of the Green Project. I'm really looking forward to what is to come. I really think that we are going to enjoy the remainder of the Green Project. One thing I've been working on this whole year, which I haven't shared, is music. Hello, FSB, we're still out here. I've been making music all year. I've been making music all year. You just haven't seen it yet. And so I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Really looking forward to sharing it with you. But I'm thinking even before that, or after, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out the timing of things. I would really like to kind of let you into my process in terms of like how I've created, how I've produced, how I've written, but also like especially like kind of the conceptualization of this project, because that's where all the green fun is going to be. So looking forward to bringing you into like the concept planning, because that's going to involve outfits, that's going to involve makeup, that's going to involve more creativity, right? So really looking forward to bringing you through that. I want you guys to see some of the green food creations that I have made in the year, but also I want you guys to see the ones that I haven't. What else do I want to do this year? If finances improve to where I'm able to have like some spending money, I definitely would like to do, you know, some more like clothing shopping, and or even like make some clothes and stuff like that. Go to like those kind of like, I don't know, like sewing workshops and stuff like that, and make some green clothes, like you know, some, if any of you like watch the early like Green Project videos from January, you'll see like I had big dreams of the kind of things that I wanted to do. But my thing is, all of like the creative ideas that I've had of like stuff that I wanted to essentially accomplish during the green project. It is essentially my hope and my prayer that I will accomplish those things, even if that kind of means that I'll have to do it next year, because I've had some great ideas and I'd really like to explore them. On my hand right now, I've got another Glossier Cloud paint in the color Dawn. I love this thing. I've got like 3 of them. This is my blush, okay? I do have some other colors as well. All of them Cloud paint, Glossier. I don't have any other blush. I would like to get some powder blush now that I think I'm dabbling into makeup a little bit more. I love blush so much. I guess the focuses will be like music, cooking, and hopefully more like fashion and outfits and stuff like that. Although that will find itself within the music segment, because like I said, the main thing I want to show you guys is the conceptualization of it more than the actual behind the scenes of making the music. So that will definitely weave its way into there. But if I could do like more fashion pieces, like, you know, like a week of green outfits, something like that, that would be cool. And yeah, some of the stuff that I wanted to do, like take you on a trip to like green restaurants. There's some footage, to be honest, that I have that I just haven't shown yet. I think I definitely want to do some more of like my voiceover videos. There's like interviews that I've been wanting to do that hopefully I can get done. So yeah, in essence, there's still so much more. There's still so much more to be done. And I'm very much looking forward on the other side with, you know, all that I've kind of learned on this side. Even with it not having been everything I want it to be, I've loved every moment of it. And I am looking forward to do bigger and better. I'm looking forward to growing, because I do want my channel to grow. I do want my pages to grow. I understand that I need to be maybe a bit more strategic to do things like that, but I don't know. I don't entirely buy into it, because like I know some people have grown with strategy, but strategies change, and like people that like at least they grow and they have their followers, but then like algorithms change and then they're not even receiving views and stuff like that. So I don't know is what I'm saying. Like I don't know if I really buy into all of that, but I still want to grow. I think I'll put the effort in. I'll try. Yeah. But really and truly, one thing I definitely want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everybody who has tuned in for the first 6 months of the Green Project. Thank you for everyone who has encouraged me in the comments, who has encouraged me in person, friends, families, and strangers. Thank you. Honestly, it's a pleasure. As much as I create for myself, the thing I love about creating is that you can share with others, you know? It's like, I've made this, here you go, have a look, you know? That's a big part of the love of creativity, of like what is the enjoyable part of it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for celebrating 6 months with me. Don't mind how dry my lips are. I'm trying to do like kind of like a ombre type of thing. I invite you on the next 6 months. I'd love for you to like leave a comment and say like something that you've enjoyed from the first 6 months, or something that you'd like to see. Yeah, that would be great. It would be a great piece of information, because I know some people have shared like suggestions. I've heard the suggestions. I've not forgotten them. I've not ignored them. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? I've had green braids like once, right? And then I did like green hair for my birthday, but outside of that, if you've not seen green hair again, green hair is returning. Yeah, green hair is returning, green makeup is returning. So yeah, it's all coming, guys. It's all coming. I feel like I'm kind of going around in circles, not trying to do that. I just want to say thanks. Thank you. This is my final look. Listen, I told you from the beginning I'm not a makeup babe like that, okay? I find it cute. Of course, if you have any tips, do let me know. I mean, what would be an amazing end to this video would be to add some green eyeshadow or something, right? Should I do that? So I have this palette from Revolution, and I forgot the mascara. I don't think it's going to give anything because it's a really old palette. Where's the other end of this brush? See, now I only have this. Where's the other end of this brush? Let's do that real quick. Probably gonna end up speeding up this part of the video though. Hi. Sorry for being a rookie. Eyeshadow first. Sorry. It's far from perfect. I don't have the tools. But I don't know, I'm quite crazy with it. I think it's quite cute. Cheeky collection mascara, eh? Nothing fancy. Cheeky Revolution Sporty Fix, because I'm an athlete. On a hiatus, okay? But I'm an athlete in my heart, and I'm returning back to my athletic career. Don't worry, kings and queens. I'm returning for you, even. For you, because you don't believe me. Why not? Because I'm sat at home, not doing athletic things. I understand. It's my fault. But, hey. You will eat your words. Meanwhile, nobody said anything. It's me, myself, who's... Anyway. That's the video for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode of The Green Project. Thank you for being with me for the past 6 months. And on to the next. Comment below any ideas that you may have, or things that I should do, things that I should try to do, any smart ways that I could raise money as well for the project, something that you think that you buy into. I thought about maybe doing like a cheeky concert here or there to try and raise funds for the project. Yeah, I'm just a little bit scared about doing that, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do it? But yeah, aside from that, let me know something. Like, tell me one thing that you enjoyed about the Green Project so far this year. Encourage me in the comments if you can, please. And yeah, on to the next 6 months. Thank you for watching. Bye.